old technology. Actually, I was a big fan of old tech as a kid. Not of this in particular. When I was a kid, everyone had an iPhone 4, iPhone 5, but just old technology like the GBASP, GameCube. It was mainly just Nintendo things, but in general, I always liked old stuff, and because it always fascinated me, the history like behind like products, like the iPhone 4 and such, because it's just really beautiful. Also, I don't know why this one has a front black screen, so a white one, but it looks really nice. It looks like a modern iPhone SE. But today we're not here to talk about the iPhone, but we'll do that another day. Today we're here to talk about this. This is the iPod Nano, which was the replacement for the iPod Mini, and it was really good in my opinion. And today I thought, hey, I should just talk about this iPod, because it's a very interesting iPod out of all the ones that were released over the years. And yeah, I have every model except for the 7th gen because those cost money. But I hope we can have fun and talk about now, for some context, this was the biggest iPod before the iPod Nano came out. Well, at least a generation before this, so it'll be the 4th gen. iPod Classic 5th gen. It was popular. I'm probably not correct on this, but I'm pretty sure this was like one of the most popular devices of 06. I don't know. I've heard that somewhere. It sold extremely well. So if you have a very successful product that did really well and sold amazingly, what do? You make it smaller. I love having these just side by side next to each other. It's so amazing. Just look at the iPod. It's just like, it's genuinely just a miniature version. It's adorable. I love it. But yeah, the 1st gen iPod Nano. This was a good Nano in my eyes. One of the better ones, because again, it was more like just the iPod Classic 5th gen, but just smaller, which I think that was really cool that it did that, because it was just a really unique thing. I actually bought this one recently because there's something really interesting about it. Hold on. Look at this. Dead hard drive on a iPod Nano. Yeah, look, I have never, also it boot loops, but I have never ever seen an iPod Nano do something weird like this. And it is absolutely hilarious. I suspect the reason is because most likely the SSD inside this is probably dead, and it just shows his icon. But I find that like just really funny, because it's not an average day you see this on a iPod Nano. But yeah, it was great. The only fault with it was that it was so thin that actually the battery would expand and around the click wheel and break the entire thing. But no, well, other than that, it was pretty good. So I mentioned how the iPod Mini is kind of like the successor to it. Well, the 1st gen Nano, it wasn't really the successor to it. This was. I stare at these two and think, big brother, little brother. These are legitimately the same device, just thinned down. Like the fact that, like, just look at them. The Nano 2nd gen is most people's favorites, including mine. My first Nano was a 2nd gen. I used it a lot. I had Rockbox on it. I used to play some like Game Boy games on it, and it was actually really fun to do. It has this engraving on the back that says, Demont University, ready when you are. Wow. Don't know where Demont University is. It's somewhere in England. But yeah, the 2nd gen Nano, it was just always my favorite. It was just such a cool device, and it was just really beautiful to look at as well. It was just really nice. I actually have another one as the black spot on it. Also, yeah, haha, yeah, Dankpods reference. Wow, Dankpods, guys, wow. No, but there's also a fault on this one because of how thin it was, where, as I showed, the battery just expands. It looks really bad, and I don't plug it in because if it expands and there's a fire, I might die. The third gen is interesting, where it's more akin to the iPod Classic than it is to the this one is I can't be right. This one's broken. Look at this. I tried. Okay, look, I tried opening one because I heard it was really hard to open. I thought I was cool, so I opened it and I broke things in it. I could get this to work. It just cries for help every time I plug it in. But don't worry, I have another one. I got another one. This is the one I actually brought to school like last year because I thought it was fun to bring in my iPods to school because I thought being outdated was funny. I actually really like the OS on newer ones. They're really nice. I have some. What should I play this relatable? I'll play a senior pillow video. Here you go. You guys like my speaker? I made it in design design technology class. Na 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 na. Hi guys. Yep, I'm gonna tell a story. That's it. Na 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 na. It has the black spot. Really badly too. Let me press on it. They do have fun. But oh shit. Okay. Nope, we're good. This was the best Nano probably, other than the 7th gen. This was amazing. I love this one. The colors again was really nice. It was just an iPod Classic, but just smaller, and I think that's what it made. What the fuck is it? 4th gen, 5th gen. I love them. These were the prettiest ones by far. I really like the colors. I've been saying that for every single one, but it's just true. The colors on the iPod Nanos, they were so unique. Again, like the 2000s had this such just like aesthetic with how things looked, and I loved how iPods looked. Apple's always just been good at making beautiful products. So what's the difference between the 4th gen and the 5th gen? Well, the 4th gen is a loser, and the 5th gen has a camera which can be used to record videos. I actually used this. I know there's this YouTuber called Jay Schlatt. He asked for a room tour, and I recorded it on my iPod Nano, and my entry did not even get in, so it was a big waste of time. But yeah, what made this iPod so good as well? This was the first iPod, and one of the only iPods that had a speaker built into it, so that when you wanted to actually like listen to your music out loud, like me because I'm weird, you could do that. That was really cool. So I really like the new interface. It looked really good. Let's go to a camera. Is that beautiful? And then you just record, and boom, you're making amazing videos. There's definitely YouTube videos. There are definitely YouTube videos just recorded with the iPod Nano, and I wish I can find one day. Last ones I have is this little shuffle Nano. These are the little shuffle iPod. It's like a hybrid. It's an iPod Touch, an iPod Nano, and a shuffle, like all like breeded together, because it's thin like the Nano, but it's also it also has a touchscreen like the Touch, and then there's also oh shit, what was the other one? But yeah, they're really good. Both work. Last time I checked. But yeah, it was just a neat little thing. Most people use this iPod more as a watch, if anything, because they thought, oh well, I could buy like a band for this and make this iPod my notch. For this, I just made this iPod Nano my watch, and that'd be really cool. So then that's what people did. They made it their watch, and it was very interesting. But yeah, this and the 7th gen. These were the best Nanos by far, mainly because they just weren't that flawed. Sure, they had a like very thin design that was still flawed, just like how an iPhone 6 would be, for example. Yeah, they were like the best iPods in my opinion. Because again, these guys, they were so like just unbelievably thin. The iPod Nano is such a flawed device that buying one today is more of a risk, if anything, because again, you buy one today, it's just like bad things could happen. Obviously now most people aren't really looking for iPod Nanos. Most of Dankpods fan base are more interested in either these or these. But still, the iPod Nano had a great run in my opinion, and of course it got like outtaken by these guys, which just took the world over in the late 2000s. But yeah, I think these were a great line of products, and I think more people should buy them if they weren't so dangerous. I might be over-exaggerating a little bit. They're not that dangerous, but in my opinion, if you want an iPod that, won't break over time, I'd recommend buying an iPod Classic, a 4th gen, or a 5th gen. That's my opinion. And if you want one with iOS, your best bet is either buying a modern day iPod Touch or the 3rd gen that has iOS 5 on it, which is the most classic iOS version, and also has like all the classic mobile game apps on it. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't know why this took so long to release. I just don't have time to record stuff nowadays. Mainly just because school has been big. I'm very sure about GCSEs soon, guys, but I definitely want to get more content out on this channel. So there will be more soon. But until next time, I'll see you around.